Hi, my name is Ainsley Platt. I am the environment reporter for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. As the name implies, I cover pretty much everything that can be even tangentially related to the environment. Honestly, I am not entirely sure. I only moved here a few months ago, but I think if I had to choose any place, I honestly don't know the name of it, but there's kind of that island right off of 630, right before you cross into Maumelle. There's like that big bridge over it. I like to take walks over there. It definitely gets a little bit cooler here than it does in Birmingham, which I definitely appreciate. I like cold weather. It's also in many ways very similar to Alabama, which is where I spent a large part of my life. So there wasn't much culture shock, so to speak, when I moved here. I'd say right now my favorite movie is probably Top Gun Maverick. I watch it all the time. My dad was an F-14 pilot in the Navy. I grew up hearing all kinds of stories about his time in the Navy. I would watch it with my dad and he would pick apart everything about the movies, and that was always deeply, deeply funny to me. One place that I really, really want to go at some point in my life is Japan. It has a really interesting history. The way that its culture evolved compared to a lot of other Western nations is very unique. It's just somewhere that, you know, from a historical perspective, I find really, really interesting. And so I would really love to go and visit. From a personal perspective, I really admire my parents. They did a lot to kind of get me to the point that I am now. They raised me, they made me into the person that I am. I think from a professional perspective, I would say Woodward and Bernstein, who did the Watergate reporting for the Washington Post. You know, they really are kind of, I would say, the goalposts in terms of investigative reporting. This might seem like a really weird answer, but Arkansas has a really strong public records law. I moved from a state that does not have a very strong public records law, and I'm somebody that really, really loves to use public records in my reporting. It makes my job a lot easier, and it also really helps inform my reporting in ways that I feel like is to the betterment of the communities and the topics that I cover.